Midnight Ramen is a minimally edited, live recorded podcast that takes place at midnight. Although Michael may not be consuming food, it's time to get your bowls out. It's chow time.
But welcome back to you. Big stride, sailing me. Free falling, just my enemy. Free from the things you say. It will all come back someday.
Good evening, guys. Once again, it is midnight again. How's it going? I'm Michael. You're in the stream. You're watching this being recorded live right now if you are watching this in Twitch. Twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original, caps on each word, unless if it changes. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have any plans at the moment to change it. But yeah, there have been a couple changes. If you're watching this, cool for you. If you're not watching this, if you're hearing this in audio medium, and I plan to get this up in an audio medium at some point. Literally last week was a trial episode, I feel like, because as much as I had stuff to do, I changed a bit in my setup. I have this desk. I'm not going to move it completely. So I have this desk now that I can actually like do more stuff with. And that's going to help me with streams more. I moved my Mountain Dew kind of can collection over on that for now. Because like my room is a mess. I have no idea what I'm doing with it, and I'm just like, I don't know. And speaking of this, I just got a new camera today. So like if I decide to open up a pack of like magic cards, boom, I can do it here. The text, amazing. It looks good. I don't like how the camera. See, I want to get like a camera that can do 9x16, but this one does like good vertical. I don't know what it is. It's a Logitech cam that costs like $129. It looks like a cube. But let me get that out of here. Anyways, if you're listening for the first time, hell yeah, brother. If you're not, cool. So again, things are left to change. This is literally kind of the beginning of the podcast. I can put chat up if I really wanted to. I don't care to right now. There are bits and things that you can do in the chat that I'm definitely reading it. Don't get me wrong. If you want to ask like a question, you can redeem a point thing to do that. If you want to make me open a magic pack, I can do that. It's a bit reward. Or if you sub, I'll probably do that. And you get to choose which stuff you do. Anyhow, back into, and there are other things that you can do, like maybe take a drink, which I want to do because I want to. I just took a drink of Flaming Hot Mountain Dew, and sometimes, I mean, I can handle it pretty well, but sometimes the cinnamon-iness of it, because it's definitely cinnamon there, just like hits all at once, and you're just like, it's like Link dying. That's what it sounds like, or that's what it feels like. But no, I feel it's good. It's a good Mountain Dew. I mean, they've gotten a lot better. I feel like the patches of it have gotten a lot better, but I don't know. But just some stuff that's been going on recently. Earlier today, I took a shower. I ain't no Discord mod. I take showers, damn it. I take goddamn showers, and there's no rhyme or reason that I shouldn't be. And I like my hair gets like really greasy, I think, when I don't take a shower. And now that like I did, I just love it. I got like that hot boy hair when I do it too, because like I feel like the size and my hair is growing out a little bit longer, but my hair is just like bitches. I don't know. Uh, yeah, I mean, I take showers. And you know this, the idea of I was thinking like of stuff to think about for like the podcast or like the radio show. It's hard to think of what this actually is. I mean, it's a live podcast, a live recording podcast. I mean, it's nothing that I haven't sort of done before, but just more of like I have to be aware that I'm doing a video. And yeah, I mean that's kind of it. But yeah, it's the concept of like a shower thought, thinking in the shower. I've had a lot of weird ideas. Like I hate when like you're in a shower and it's like you have to poop. I almost had it today where I'm like, I'm like wash myself and I'm like I have to take a shit. just just drop a fat one. And I'm not like some YouTubers or content creators or whatever that stomp their shit in the shower. I don't get that. Why would you do that? That's gross. Just nasty. Just get out, wipe, just like get yourself clean. Make sure you don't get brown on. Don't brown the towel. Just make sure your ass is clean or like you're not getting wet. In the wrong places. That's what I feel like. And like, I've had some good shower thoughts, but like I feel like a lot of the time, whenever I'm taking a shower and I have like, oh, this will be a great idea. It's like I one either don't have my phone on me, or two, I'm in the middle of something and I forget it the second that I like dry my hands off and like get ready to put it on my phone or like write it down or something. And it feels like that happens all the time. Like, or if it's like a D&D idea that I want to think about, I think about it in the shower and the second I even like touch my phone or get out, like that shower head's done. Head empty. Head empty. And I don't know why that is. It happens all the time and I don't know what to say about it. I hate it. I hate it a lot though. I gotta say. Uh, well, there is a lot of good things you could do though. There's a lot of things you could do in the shower. And like I'm definitely one of those guys where like I multitask in the shower. Like I haven't really done it a whole lot, but like brush my teeth, shave. Although I feel like shaving is like kind of hard to do unless if you know what you're doing, because like you want to know how well you're shaving and what you get. And although like what you see here isn't much when it grows out, it's like I don't want to do it in the sink. Because when I do it in the sink, then it just clogs and it's just like it's just a lot safer to do in the shower. That's what she said. No, 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 we didn't say that. No, no, no. But yeah, the setup. Again, bring it back to like the setup, and I'm gonna talk a little bit more about shower things, even though the title of the stream is a show about nothing. I don't know. I didn't think of anything, and when I came up, I was thinking about Seinfeld for whatever reason. But we'll get to that in a second. So I think yeah, I already mentioned that I changed the setup a little bit. So like I have this desk which like was sitting in our garage because like my mom was like cleaning it out from when I like kind of moved back in. Uh that this was already like the desk was already in for whatever reason in the garage. So I'm like, I'm gonna use that. She's like, all right. And then when we moved stuff around to actually be able to use the garage, I'm like, all right, I want to use this. I'm gonna move all my stuff around in here in the streaming room, and yeah. So I have more space to do things, more room for activities, even though I have less room. But my room's still a mess. Also, I have a light. I have a color changing light. Or no, I don't want to like this is the visual part of the of the podcast. Although, like, if you want to listen to this as audio, hell yeah, I don't blame you. But this is a little visual. I don't want to be mean. So right now it's obviously purple because purple. I like purple. Got the orb to my right, or stream's left. F to the right, my left. Light up there, and it changed out the light bulb, so it's kind of different. But it's one that can like change color and stuff. So let's go to white. Ah, ah, ow! I'm blind. That hurt. I don't want to do that again. It's purple. It's purple again. I love being purple. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what, like, because like when I was coming up with an idea for a show, and like a lot of times when I was making up ideas for Midnight Ramen, the radio show, I like had them like I came up with them day of or in advance, and kind of want to get away from that, just be more freestyle talking. I mean, I'm probably gonna have bits here and there that I've like came up with. One that I did think of that'll happen later, but I just want to be more like free form talking. And if anyone wants to chime in and say anything, go right ahead. I'm reading chat. It won't visually show up, at least right now. I mean, it's more of like I want to keep it clean, not like I don't disagree. I like if it's good, I'll probably read it out. But I don't just want like someone coming in here and be like, something dirty, and say the gamer word or something like that. Although that can't happen. Although like theoretically that can't happen. I don't want to avoid that from happening. Yeah, I don't like tolerating that, and I don't want to have that, especially since this is going to be uploaded. I don't want to tolerate that. So unless if I had like really fast, I don't know how that would work. Anyways, so when I'm like at work, we usually have our TV on like Comedy Central, which a lot of the times is South Park, and I've gotten into South Park because of work. And like today was a lot of like older episodes like in a row, and a lot of the ones I've already seen. Although some like half of them haven't seen yet. I haven't watched really any South Park before working where I am now. I've seen quite a few episodes now. I think today, I'm trying to think of one that like kind of already saw. It's hard for me to think, but like one of them was like one of the earlier episodes. It's like where Chef made up this song like years and years ago, but then like copyright stuff came to be, and this like big music producer was like, oh, you don't have rights to the song, we're gonna sue you for $2 million or you're going to jail. It's like, really. But then like throughout the episode you have like Elton John, Meatloaf, and just like a couple of other like music artists like being like, yeah, Chef basically started my career and helped me with my career, so like, yeah, I'm gonna help him out. And it just basically does a full 180, and it's like, yeah. But in like typical like Simpsons-esque style, nothing changes at the end of the episode. So it's kind of funny. And I like that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously with like South Park, there's like actual like a lot more changes. And compared to like The Simpsons 2, I feel like South Park does a lot more changes into like its canon. Especially with like the superhero stuff, the like Kenny dying a bunch, like then I think it actually becomes canon for a while. I don't know. I don't pay attention that hard. Like that sort of thing is like there's like more of a solid canon instead of like in The Simpsons, like, oh, Maude died, this happened, and okay, like she actually I don't think like the voice actress actually died, but I think she actually might have later. Or like Mrs. Krabappel, or the voice actress for for her actually died, which is ironic because she was married to Ned, or like in a relationship with Ned Flanders, whose wife was already dead. So Ned's like got he's like 2 for 2 on dead wives. Just like no, no. Oh, and then kicking off Apu, which was that was a kind of weird situation, and it was like a I get why, but it's like really guys, if you were trying to actually get him like off the show, this would have happened a long time ago. And I think the last straw was like it was like not nothing in comparison to like some of the other Apud feature episodes. Like like if some of them like happened today, it would be like I don't know, man. It's been seeming kind of sus lately, but mm, it is what it is. But I feel like of the three major like adult animated comedies, you have The Simpsons, you have Family Guy, and you have South Park. I feel like South Park is like has always been crude, will always stay crude, but it's always true to its form. I think The Simpsons has they've been like, yeah, we're the cool ones. They like I think they started out as that, and then they become a lot more highbrow. And then I think Family Guy tried to do like, oh, we are the modern we are modern highbrow comedy, but then they just sunk to like McDonald's style of comedy. And you do have like some bits here and there in Family Guy, like Brian getting killed or uh Peter having sex with Lois's mom because of what's it called? Subliminal messaging or hypnosis. So whenever like and that's like the main thing that I've been hearing like around going TikTok is like Lois's voice actors going and I'm like I gotta know what the context of this is. And I think like some like clip thing on YouTube was like, yeah, it's like showed like bits and parts of like from the episode. It's like, oh, they went to therapy because Peter wasn't good in bed or something. And then there was like a mishap in it where like his phone went off, where the extra was like going off on his phone, so that was the trigger sound. And so whenever he heard that, he turned to like a sex crazed maniac or something like that. He tried to basically have sex with the closest person, usually or female, which in a lot of cases was Lois, except for that one instance, and it could have been two with Meg, and that would have been even worse. But no, like after he did it with his mom, Lois's mom, it was like the whole episode like came to a halt, and it was dead quiet. Like it showed like the bit the like time after it, and it was like like you would hear an ambient noise like a phone ringing, and it would show that, and they're just like, I'm not answering that, and it's just like, oh. Ooh. And then of course, you know, they walk into the home, and then Meg is watching TV, and then extra, and then he goes back into the thing, and Lois is trying to stop him. It's like, God damn it. You had an emotional string right there, and then you try to pull it for a gag. This isn't funny anymore. And I feel like Family Guy can have its bits and moments, but like I feel like the cutaways are just basically their only shtick. And I mean, there's a tasteful way to do that, and I think The Simpsons really found a way to get that done, especially in the early seasons. Not to say that they can't do it now, but I feel like in the early seasons, they're like cutaway gags, where like, oh, and like an air, like the Smithers balloon goes up in the air, and then flying by are two fighter jets that like blow it up, something like that. But then like they blow each other up, and like that's a good like cutaway gag. But like, remember the time when I accidentally had sex with Lois's mom? Like that's not a funny cutaway gag. It's like you're mentioning it, and then you're doing the gag, and then you're going back to like, oh, that's relatable. but it's not funny. And I don't think I think South Park did like a spoof on that on one of their earlier episodes where they're like trapped on a bus, which I did see, or at least bits and parts of it, where they're like try to reminisce on like past clips, but like they're kind of off, and they tell it wrong, and it's like, and then all like after the end of like each clip, they're like all eating ice cream for some reason. I can't remember, something like that, something to that effect. I don't remember. But yeah, a lot of the like I've been watching a lot of South Park. Uh, Not to my own volition. It's just what's on when we're like not doing anything in the back. We're just like kind of watching it idly because it's on. It's on Comedy Central. But like another show that kind of related to the title of the podcast or the episode, uh, uh Seinfeld. I've kind of watched a lot more Seinfeld because of where I'm working now. Uh, I'm basically doing AV stuff, which is what I got my degree in doing. I'm basically a roadie with a degree. That a degree in roadieing. That am I wrong? No, I'm not wrong because a lot of my like fellow classmates are doing exactly that. Uh, but I do a lot more corporate event stuff, and yeah, yeah. I'm not gonna get into details because I don't want to get into stuff. But like our main guy, and this will date the episode. Yuck. Like our main guy, he's like leaving in the next 2 weeks, so we're trying to learn a lot from him because he's going into the Air Force and stuff like that, and he deserves to move on from here, uh, because he's been working for the place that I'm working at now for like too long, too long. He knows a lot of stuff about the way that how it works and how to basically set things up, and he deserves to move on, and he's going into the Air Force and to do like, you know, live production stuff with that, with concerts and that's fun. That sounds fun, and that's something that he wants to do. So, and we're all like, go get it, you deserve it. But no, we're trying to learn as much stuff from him before he leaves because we're kind of gonna be hurting. And I've been on both. I feel like I've been on both ends of this. Mainly, I've been on the other end where I'm like, I don't want to go, but I have to go. Guys, here's what you gotta know because you're gonna fuck it up. I know it. But I feel like at the end of the day, it's like I think they have it because I was working in college at the Memorial Union. I was basically, well, other than like my boss, I was the guy. I basically knew how to do damn near everything. I've seen it, I've done it, I've had to move it. And I mean, there are other ones that are a lot more are very confident with what they're doing, but it's like there's some subtle things that I knew about the space that, you know, if it did spring up, I was probably the only person to know how to fix it. And I think I tried my best to do it as best to pass along that information as good as I can, because I feel like at the end of the day, I know it's gonna be fine. You know it's gonna be fine, but still. And I think that's my one of my main mottos, uh, that it's like this too shall pass, because if I remember the story of the motto, it's like it came from like some wise king was like getting all these like scholars and poets and all these like collective like intelligent people to like come up with a phrase or something that he could put on a ring so that we can like remind himself or whatever. And like that's what they came up with is this too shall pass. And I feel like it's very nice because like no matter what happens, at the end of the day, you'll be all right. Yeah. You'll be all right. And that also goes on the other end of the coin. It's like these good times, they're not forever. But mainly on the other end, it's about like, hey, the tough times that you're going through right now, they're not going to be forever. So look up. And that's just some good stuff to know about. Actually, getting back on track to what I was talking about before, I like going off on tangents. I can't lie. I can't lie. I've watched a lot of Seinfeld. I mean, not a whole lot, but I feel like a lot of the episodes have been repeating because it feels like I've seen the one where like Jerry's dad is getting kicked off of the like retirement home committee like several times at work. I've seen it at least 3 or 4 times, it feels like, and I think today was one of them. And it's just like there's more episodes than this. And also there was an episode today that was on where with a young, I can't remember what her name is. It was hold on, let me look this up. IMDb, because it featured the mom from, or Aunt May from the MCU Spider-Man. I can't remember what her name is. I want to figure it out. But yeah, she was in one of the episodes because I think not Kramer. Uh George was like having like a weird dream fantasy making out with her or something like that. I don't remember why. We had the volume off because we were doing some training stuff. But yeah, I'm just trying to think of what her name is. Oh yeah, Marissa Tomei. That's what. That's what I was thinking. Yeah, I think she was in the episode, and she's not bad looking, even for like how old she is now. Like, yeah, she's pretty nice looking. Uh, and I get why she kind of like, yeah, but like I feel like it's kind of sad that she. And spoiler alert for what Spider-Man No Way Home, she dies. She dies to give that like Uncle Ben character to this Spider-Man. Because no spoiler here, the other two actors that played Spider-Man come into the movie and they're like, yeah, it was Uncle Ben for me. Yep. It was Gwen for me. Yep. It was Aunt May for me. It's like, I feel like that kind of lends into what like the Spider-Verse ness of it. And I kind of can't wait for the Into the Spider-Verse. Wait, it's not Into the it's Into the Spider. Wait, Across the Spider-Verse Part 1. I can't wait for that to come out. I don't know when it will come out, but it's hard to say because like I feel like they keep changing it. But like why rush art? It's I think for that especially with how the first movie, the way that one came out, like I think they held that one off like once or twice at least, and people regard it as a masterpiece. It's amazing. The movie rocks. The movie rocks. I mean, is it super complex? No, but like the artistry, the like style, the story beats are just like on point in that movie, and just like it's a masterclass in like animation filmmaking. I feel like I don't know shit, but I feel like that's probably a good example to like if you're gonna make a animated movie, go for that, use that. Although they did like a thing where it's like 15 frames a second, so like it's a little juddery because so they wanted it that way, and it's more of a style choice, and it looked really good. And they did like a lot of cross hatching and like the little dots to give like texture and stuff like that. That was so cool. And I think the same guys also just released a movie to Netflix. I can't remember what it was called. I don't want to check into it. Not to say that I don't want to. I know what it's at the tip of my tongue. Like starts with a D, like Divergent. I can't remember. But it's basically like same style, but it's about like this one. I want to say it's like an African American guy. I don't. I've only seen like a couple clips here and there, but it's exactly the same style, and it looks pretty dang good. Yeah, like I don't remember what it's called. I wish I knew what it was, but like no, that like those kinds of movies and what they do in that, it's just like that's really cool. And I've watched some of like doesn't no yeah I think I've watched some of like Node's like some great CGI stuff and like the blending of 3D animation and with 2D stuff like that, like with like Klaus, like all of that was 2D except for like certain aspects where they're just like why bother having to like draw all of these why draw all this fruit when it's not that important. Let's just CGI it and stylize it to the point that it looks like it's 2D animated or 2D. Which, if you're doing it right, yes. An example of how you don't do it. I'm getting mad right now. I'm angry. JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 6, Stone Ocean. That's not how you do it. That's not how you do it. By God, that is not how you do blend 3D with 2D. Some of that shit is bad. Like with Part 5, they did a lot of good stuff with it, but this one, there is a ton of it. And a little bit of it definitely has to be doing with the pandemic. I get that. I know that. But still, you're also getting money from Netflix. They're putting a lot of good money into it. And then they're also dropping them in batches, which is out of the way that they've been doing it before, where they've been doing one episode weekly on a Friday, thus the meme JoJo Fridays. The fan base is just pissed and like dying. Although they're greedy. They are super greedy. Very greedy. Because unlike like a month or so ago on my birthday, like on September 1st or 2nd, I can't remember. I think it was 1st when it dropped, when the second batch dropped. Like everyone was like consuming both the second batch drop and the remastered version of one of the fighting games that dropped the same day, which like crazy. None of us really knew until like a month or like a couple weeks before that batch 2 was coming out, and then batch 3 is coming out in December 1st, which sure, I guess. I mean, I'm not really a fan. Oh, my internet's trying to kill myself. I hate this. Hold on. I'm not cutting this out. But yeah, I mean that's not the way to do it. I don't get it. I never understood it. I never really understood it. I never did. It's just so bad. The way that they're just uploading it just does not make any sense. I have no idea why this is still at 0. Let's try this. My internet wants to kill me. I don't understand why, and I hate this all the time. And also, I'm having a lot of internet issues, and I don't understand why this keeps happening. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like, it says I'm connected to the internet. Like, I don't want to go full screen because that's just kind of weird, but like, it's so annoying. It's trying to like reconnect, but it's not even doing it. That's why this is recorded. I kind of don't want to cut this out. I'm not cutting this out. Because, again, minimally edited, I'm not going to do that. But I can see that it's basically shit the bed. I don't know why that is. I get it's like it's midnight, but like still, I see some of it's working. I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try. Keep that in mind. You know what? Let me stop the stream, start it again. Maybe that might work. I I have no drop frames. That's so freaking weird. Hold on. Hold on. Disconnect to reconnecting. Okay, so it might be something with OBS. I don't know why that is. Because it's showing that I'm like connected to the internet. Oh boy, this is horrible. I hate this. Am I going to have to edit this? Probably. Failed to connect to server. Connection timed out. Make sure your valid streaming service and no firewall is blocking the connection. Well, my friend, there isn't. Okay, we're good? Okay, we're back. 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 We're back. Back. We're back. We're back. Back. We're back. Back. We're back. Back. We're back. We're back. Back. We're back. Back. We're back. Back. We're back. And I keep saying that because my internet crashed, and I don't know why that happens, and I don't know why it does. My internet, it sucks, and it says that it should have upgraded and stuff. I don't know why it crashes, but it's back now. It happened. I am back on the stream. I'm streaming. I'm back on. I am streaming and I'm going. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? I am just singing, making up this song. I don't know. Where was I? I don't even remember where I was. Lost my train of thought. Choo choo. Choo choo. Choo choo. You know what? I want to open up a pack of magic cards. I feel like I want to open up a pack of magic cards. I shouldn't. I really, really shouldn't. You know what? I'm gonna roll it. I'm gonna roll it. If I roll a good number, I'm gonna roll a d20. If I roll a good number, I'm gonna open up a pack. If I roll above a 10, it's basically rolling. Okay, that just feels like I'm basically flipping a coin at that point. But if I roll it anything above a 10, I'll do it. I'll do it. Let me get the cam up. Excuse me. That is an 8, a 16. All right, a pack's gonna die. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 packs. All right, which one's gonna go? Pack number 2. I'm gonna shuffle these up so I don't know which one they are. Shuffling up my packs. All right, the first pack is New Capenna. Second pack is the Dungeons and Dragons Adventures in the Forgotten Realms set booster pack. So that's, I mean, as much as so the thing I hate about like this set, the Adventures in the was it Adventures in Forgotten Realms? Yes, it was, because the one for Baldur's Gate kind of just sucked ass. The one in Forgotten Realms is pretty cool, but the one in Baldur's Gate just kind of stunk. And I don't. Some people like it, but I feel like a majority of like the good cards that came from the D&D sets were out of the first one, and the Battle for Baldur's Gate one was more of like a commander set, which sucked. I mean, not much to it. But looking at the cards, the art card is a kitty. Is this elf with the one of my favorite creatures that I've came to love is displacer beasts. They're just basically cats that can teleport, or cats that can like cloak themselves, so that way like if you have disadvantage to hit them, and it's really hard to hit them. So like I love those little dudes, and like making a cloak out of it. I've made a good D&D item for that. I don't want to give it out yet. I don't want to say what it is unless if I like, say it. But going through the pack, and I might want to edge it up. Hold on, let me get some more space. I kind of don't want to like. Hopefully that gives me enough. Because I have the whole frame. Pondering Barbarian. Ooh, Silver Raven. You find a cursed idol. Aberrant Mind Sorcerer. We're moving into. Oh wait, we're already in the uncommons. Power of Persuasion. Feywild Trickster. Uncommon. Paladin Shield. That's common. Find the Path common. Ooh, Dancing Sword mythic rare. Equipped creature gets +2/+1. When equipped creature dies, you may have Dancing Sword become a 2/1 construct artifact with flying and ward 1. If you do, it isn't an equipment. Equipment cost of 1. That's pretty good. Foil of a spare dagger, and on the end is just a dragon. Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which the dungeon mechanic didn't really kick off, and I don't feel like they even did anything with it enough for Baldur's Gate. I think they tried doing a deck with it, but they didn't. They really didn't. But yeah, that was a fun pack. I mean, I got a good. Oh no, that's a rare. That was a rare. It's purple in here, so I just kind of saw it as a red, as a mythic rare. It's a rare. My bad. Don't kill me. Don't kill me. I'm just a little guy. I'm just a 6-foot tall guy, skinny as shit. I'm a skinny as shit, Streamer. Don't kill me. Please. Please don't kill me. Yeah. I do have to say, when you're not getting like absolutely bombarded by Mountain Dew, the cinnamoniness of Mountain Dew Flaming Hot, it rocks. It's good. You got that like heatness of the cinnamon, but it's not like when you're not getting like a bunch of it at the same time. It's really, really good. And it's not the smoothest, obviously, but like it's nice. It's real nice. I like it. It's something different. I feel like it might be like a Fireball. I haven't had Fireball. I'm not really an alcohol guy, but yeah. Excuse me. Jeebies. Heebie jeebies. Heebie jeebie jeebus. Try not to burp. That was good. Anyways. Breathe. Take a second. Relax. No, don't get too relaxed. Nope. Okay, good. That's a good place. Good place to relax. Calmly. Not quickly. Don't shit your pants. No. Keep your pants unsoiled. You are not falling asleep. Not right now. We are at calm time. It's calm o'clock. But it's not time. Not time to fall asleep time. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! Sorry. That was a little sus. Calm. Calm down. Know that everything will be alright. It'll be alright. Because that's just life. Dungeons and Daddies. It's a rowdy, horny, violent. Fuck. It's a rowdy, horny, violent podcast for grown-ups. Viewers' discretion is advised. No. Content warnings can be found in the link in the description. I love that podcast. I got into, like, I'm a very big podcast watcher. Like, again, getting into the nerdy crap, I really want to get it back into D&D, and it's very hard with my schedule because like last like Sunday was my first day off in like a month. And like, well, almost a month. If I didn't forcibly take it off, I would have been working. And I didn't want to work. I just took a lazy day off. That's how I got the desk in, and that's how I got the light up, I think. That might have been on Monday. I don't remember. Yet I think that's how I got the light up. I've just changed all this around. That's how we got a lot of stuff done here. And I just had a chill day. I felt good. I did laundry. I got stuff done. I also relaxed a lot, and I needed that. But I've been working like a horse, and I really want to get back into D&D, but it's hard to do because like, get it's one thing to have my schedule on point, but it's another to have a bunch of people get their schedules on point and aligned. It's really hard. Uh, and I want to do it again. I want to try and DM, and I want to do like a Spelljammer kind of uh, campaign where it's like in space. But I also have one that I was originally doing with some guys, set in like this plane where uh, basically it was, in a way to simplify it, it was like Sakaar from Marvel, where like it was basically the dumping ground of the universe, or this is the dumping ground of the multiverse, essentially, but no way of getting out. Or is there? I'll leave that up to leave that for, because there might have been, there might be. I'm not gonna like, if I do the campaign, I'm not gonna spoil. There might be a way. I'll just leave it at that. There probably fucking is, but I haven't made it up. I know how it would be made up, but the players are not gonna find it. The players are not gonna find it. There's late in the campaign, duh, but you're not gonna find it for eons. If you actively seek it out, I will forcibly make it so you don't find it. See, that's the DM. That's the discretion of the DM. If you do that, you will be punished. But no, as a way to like keep the players like as a group, they're basically actors. So they're not slaves, but they're paid. They're paid slaves. But they can do kind of whatever they want, but the adventures that they get are like televised. That's kind of what the campaign was about. And I wanted to get a lot of people to do it. It's like a rotating cast of like, oh, if people want to show up, you know. But it's hard to do that. And getting enough people to, run an episode would just be hard. It's not impossible, but it's hard to do. Just like solidly confirm that, like, say 4 people can get together is hard. And it doesn't need to be consistent, but it's like, it would be great if it was consistent. Because then if like, say, one session it's these 4 people and they're not done, then if say, oh, 2 of them can't make it, but then 2 can for the next one. So what would happen is be like 2 got like swapped out as like not really in their position, but like in their position would be, oh, 2 other people that like pop in and pop out, as like the way that would work. And the story would keep going, but then that would have to force the players to know what the hell is going on. And which, like, you can in the universe say that, oh yeah, they're watching it, but at the same time, it's hard to do. In real life, that's hard. Like, who's keeping up with that if they're not in it? And if you're in it, you get the cool shit. So like, it's like, why not just be in it the whole time? But no, that was the one thing that I want. That was like, I kind of wanted to keep running it, but yeah. But if I do another campaign, I want to do it in a Spelljammer setting, in like space, because there's a lot of good content there, and a lot of like creators and like content, especially like on TikTok and like on YouTube. There's a lot of like people like showcasing stuff in it, or like, here's the mechanics of how that would work, and here's a good way to modify this mechanic that is, it kind of sucks. I mean, that's how it works, but here's how you can do it so that way, if it does suck for you, it's not as bad. And I love that sort of stuff. And I am definitely one to like give my players like, oh, here's something cool. Here's something cool. But yeah, yeah. And it's like, and I also do want to play myself because like, who doesn't want to play? But again, it's the scheduling thing. It's like getting people's schedules to work solidly on a weekly or bi-weekly basis is just almost impossible unless if you're actively doing it. And a lot of times if you're making money on it, but that's another case. Yeah. And I feel like, yeah, that's a whole different tangent in of itself. But yeah, back to the topic that I was starting off with, like at hand, the show about nothing. I'm just trying to think of some of my favorite like Seinfeld episodes. There's a lot of good ones, like obviously the soup not. I stopped myself there. I'm not gonna say it. The soup dude, no soup for you. I almost said it. Almost said the bad word. Oh, good thing I didn't. But I don't think it would count in that context. But still, mm. But that was a good one. I mean, I just feel like that one's like people overplay that one, and it is just like it's not that great of an episode. There are better ones. I will say the one where Kramer basically like miraculously gets a junior mint in one of Elaine's former boyfriend's like chest, and he dies from it. It's just that one's the funniest. Uh, to the point that like me and my dad have this thing where like I think like a year ago when I was living in my apartment up in like when I was living in my apartment up in Moorhead, in Fargo Moorhead in that area, I was the last one to know that he was like getting his gallbladder removed. I think it was his gallbladder. I was the last one to know, and I feel like the reason was because like if I knew about it, I would have been down. I would have driven down there, grabbed a box of Junior Mints, find a way to hide them. I don't know. Go into this and watch the surgery while eating Junior Mints, or like show up in his room and be like, Junior Mint. I would totally have done that, and he knows I would have done that, and not in a mean way, but I would have done that. I so would have done that. And like drove all the way back to work the next day. Uh, I would have. I should have done that, but he caught me. He got me good because he's like, yeah, I'm going into surgery in about now. Just letting you know. It's like, you rat bastard. You knew I would do this. But he came out fine from that. But if we would have waited longer, he would have died. He would have died because there was like a lot of bile building up in his gut. But no, he went out at a good time. He went out at a good time and got it removed or whatever, and he's doing well. Yeah, I'm trying to think of like another episode of Seinfeld that I really liked. I mean, there's a lot of good ones, but like I feel like whenever I think of them, they just leave my head. I try to think of one, it just leaves my head, and I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard I try. Keep that in mind. Uh, I I think there's a lot of good ones. Like, okay, now that I think about it, I mean, Bryan Cranston was a like a guest on there. I don't know for like more than one, but like I think it was on for at least one or two. One of them that he's a dentist, but then he becomes Jewish, and then he starts making Jewish jokes because he's Jewish. And Jerry's like, no, don't do that. But he's like, hey, I'm Jewish, I can do that. I was like, I converted. I can say Jewish jokes. And Jerry's like, no, you can't. Don't do that, please. I mean, you're new. Yeah, you can say it, but don't. And he's like, "You're an anti-dentite." That's yeah. I think that one. But then there's also one like I don't know if it's earlier or later, but there's also one where Jerry's dating Skylar from Breaking Bad. It's just like ah ah ah. It's so funny. It's like shit that bitch Skylar. Even though technically she's morally correct, and we just see Walter as the main character, and he's can't be flawed. But even though he is extremely flawed, we root for him and say boo, Skylar. I feel like that's the mentality of this show of Breaking Bad. But no, they're on there. Just trying to think of another like I don't know if it's. I think it might be. It's not Patrick Warburg that had the. Or was it Patrick Warburg that had the Junior Mint? I don't think it was him. It's either him or another guy that. I think it was a different guy because like Kramer's like talking about like sponges and receptacles and stuff like that. Oh no, he's talking about gloves, so he can like clean something, but he needs like the medical gloves because they have the good grip. Them good grippers. I don't know. I can't remember why though. I think it's for cleaning something. I don't remember why he needed them or wanted them. It was just kind of funny though. And he's like, "Oh, you're gonna do that? Yes. Well, can I watch?" And he's like, "Well, sure." And then he just brings Junior Mints in, and there's like no glass to keep them. So he's like, "Psst, I'm trying to watch it." So can you move? And then he just like miraculously like dunks a Junior Mint into the guy's chest cavity, and nobody else sees it. Like nobody else, none of the medical students, none of the other doctors performing the medical procedure see this Junior Mint go into his gut. It's so funny. Even though they like make a scene of like, I don't want a Junior Mint. Come on, have a Junior Mint. Just have one. It's weird that nobody saw that. It's funny. It's very funny. It's like and I'll watch that episode whenever I can. If I see it, I gotta watch it. I gotta watch that exact scene too. I'm just trying to think of like some other ones though that like if it comes up I'll watch it. Uh I haven't seen a whole one, but there's one where like George gets mistaken for like a cult leader. I know it was a George or Jerry gets mistaken for a cult leader, and they're just in the back of a limousine to go to like a basketball game. Like that, I haven't seen like the whole thing, but that one's kind of funny. That one's kind of funny too. Oh my god, my butt is sticking to my seat. Ugh. Random. It's random. But yeah, I think that I mean that's kind of the ones that I find really funny, uh, or that I've like seen and I can think of off the top of my head. Maybe there's a few more. I think. Oh yeah, there's one where like Elaine, uh, like has gets bitten by a dog, and then thinks she has rabies, and so she gets like a shot, and then like sees the guy later on the street, and then like for whatever reason because Jerry's apartment like gets runs out of doesn't have AC or something. They install like this shoddy, just like barely in there AC unit, and then it falls on the dog, which is like horrible. But later, obviously, they don't like hurt the dog, cause no, why? But at least later in the episode, you see the dog again. He's only just wearing a cone, so it's like, so it's not too bad, but still. And then he goes and beats the shit out of Jerry with his dog, I guess, or sicks the dog on him. It's like, what the heck? He didn't do it. He didn't mean to do it. But I think that's just some of the few that I can remember. And oh yeah, Also in the episode, like George is trying to like get some glasses from this what's the term for an eye doctor? Uh I can't remember what the term is. Optometrist? No, I don't remember. I don't remember. Why can I not remember? A simple English word I don't remember. A simple special doctor I can't think of. I don't remember. It's not a gynecologist because I'm pretty sure that that's that's your skin. Do you like the way your skin feels on your body? You don't? Why don't you just take it off? Why don't you want to take off your skin? Take off your skin right now. Do it. Take off your skin. Don't. Peel it. Peel it off. There actually is an X-Men here like superhero that like her mutant ability is that she gets like superpowers, but the way that she gets them, she has to peel her skin off. Her name is Husk, but like only certain abilities are accessible based on her skin, which is that's kind of interesting of an ability. That's a cool, interesting ability. Until you like you get to once like, oh, I can't be hurt, and then you're like, fuck, I I can't. I need to peel this skin off, but I can't take it off because I'm impenetrable. I can't move. Ah. But I think they probably like peels off. I don't know at a certain point because that would just suck because you get to like a certain layer to where like oh it's stone or if it's like it's diamond and you like how do you take that off? Like how do you get rid of it? What are you supposed to do? I don't know. Why am I asking you? But yeah, I feel like I keep looking at like the bottom of my OBS all the time because it just keeps saying disconnected even though it's like connected and I'm seeing on the other screen stream is going. I don't know why that I don't know why that is. Yeah. And I feel like I should be recording a little bit longer because of the I don't know if I'm going to be cutting out that bit that I was just like trying to manage the stream because like it just disconnected for whatever reason. And that's I don't know why that keeps happening because like I think we got it up our internet upgraded, but like I feel like it's got to be the upload speed. I don't know what it is because like I have a separate router to like kind of divert that so it like it's the signal is stronger here to boost it. I have my own separate, you know, I have like a Wi-Fi booster in here that I'm going off of. I'm routed into it, so like again, stronger connection. I have my own separate Wi-Fi thing, you know, from the main family one. Uh, I think it's also on I mean, it's on the same mode because it has to be. But yeah, but I don't see why it keeps doing this though. The download speed is fine, perfect, fine, perfect. The upload speed though is absolutely ass. It is ass because like I've done like speed tests on I think it's speedtest.com or something like that. Like oh I'm getting like 20 30 you know 10 20 30 whatever like download speed megabits per second download speed or whatever, but then upload speed's like 2 megabits at best sometimes, and other times it's just like oh it's perfectly fine, but sometimes it's just like 2 what 2 2 you get 2. Yeah, so that's just some of the stuff going on there, and I hope I can figure out a way to make it better. And I don't want to like jack up, our internet bill and stuff like that. I don't want to do that. And I'm willing to help pay for it too, because like I'm a big user of it, but I have no idea how I can like figure out what solution to that is, because I think I know what I'm doing with it, but at the same time it's just like, really, really. But what can you do? Not much. Anyway, I don't want to end it. No, I don't want to end the stream. I don't want to end the stream yet, because I feel like I've talked a lot, but I feel like I have something in the tank, but I just don't know what. I don't know what. So you know what? How about let us end it? Let's end it now. So thank you for watching. For one, special thanks for you for showing up. If you're watching this on YouTube or whatever the hell, cool. If you're listening to this on like Spotify or music, give it a like, give it a rating. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try to upload these eventually to more stuff. If you have suggestions, let me know. Message me. You can catch me on Twitch at twitch.tv/Melted Lyric Original. You can watch me do these live. Catch up and watch me do these live, like record these live. And I'm posting these obviously after the fact. And if like, again, I think I said this in the first episode, I think there might be a point where I do like some backlogging of do like one day I do one episode, the next day I do another episode, but then like releasing one, I would just do like, oh, here's the first one that I did, but then like a week later I would do the next ones. So like just in case of like, oh, I'm on vacation or something like that, or oh, if someone can do this date, I can do it, and I'd have a backlog. Because that would be interesting, because I want to get some guests on the show, because I can think of a few people that I want to add, that I want to bring on, like some friends and stuff like that. But again, it's making sure that, they can actually do it, because the show happens at midnight. But yeah. Again, thank you for listening. I also like to thank the band Gradients for the use of their song "Used to It" off of the album The Call. It is the 7th track, the last official track on the album. I mean, there's 2 other songs after it, but officially, kind of, that's the last track on the album, and I like it a lot. I mean, that album is pretty solid. Like, when I visited them to watch one of their concerts at one of their houses, they played well, and they played some new stuff. They have some stuff coming on the way, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. But they have that going in the works. I'll probably say if they have a new song out. Again, you can catch their music on Spotify, Apple Music, buy it on iTunes, other places that you can buy music on, Bandcamp, maybe. I don't know if it's on there. I haven't checked, but you can catch stuff on there. You can go to their YouTube page. I know they have stuff on there. Catch them on Instagram. Catch them on Facebook. Follow the band members. I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to do that. Unless if they, want me to. I'm not going to just out them. I know them. But if you want to do that, you can follow them on their social media stuff. Yeah. They're good boys. Although they rock hard, they are very nice boys. And they know how to party. Those boys know how to get drunk. But no, they are good boys. And yeah. But anyways, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Or thank you for being in the stream. And yeah. Until next time, it'll be midnight. It's always midnight somewhere. So catch you till then. Bye-bye.
Just when I needed you, I see from I'm used to it.